Finally, it's my time. Hello, everyone. As usual, as I normally do on Twitch streams, I'll do it here as well. Can you all hear me before I continue talking? Just got all this salt off my glasses. I've been crying today so much into my glasses. It was a test to see how much salt-filled liquid could erode the lenses. So, oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Hi everyone, welcome to the Alienware stream on the Alienware YouTube channel. Umar, yet one more time zone for the world. Umar. Oh, okay, now I got it. Forgive me. You're talking about time zones, which is exactly what you said. For some reason, my brain wasn't working. So what we're going to do today, today I woke up exceptionally early today to handle, I don't know, there was an NDA for it. I'm not going to go too much into it, but once a year, I will do something where I will host a segment for someone that specifically has an urge to find out about Alienwares, and I tell them about our products, and I tell them about like streaming, and I tell them about gaming culture and stuff like that. So today was one of those days. And one of the questions I heard when I was showing them the Alienware Aurora in Area 51 was, so do I need to get one of these and then one of these to stream? Like, no, you don't have to use two separate systems to stream. You just need a beefy system to stream. And I'm going to be using the Alienware Aurora to stream today. I'm going to be playing World of Warcraft because I'm trying to get exalted with the 7th Legion, and I want to unlock the damn Dark Iron Dwarves because I want to turn my monk into a Dark Iron Dwarf because I'm a Brewmaster. And what's better than a drunk dwarf with a fire beard? Hello. So that's what I'm shooting for right now. I'm revered right now, like I think 5 bars in. So we're going to continue doing some of my 7th Legion stuff. Might do a dungeon because I'm a tank. We'll get instant Q. But I am doing this on the Alienware Aurora. If you guys look at the description for the stream, it goes over my specs, what system I'm using. Is it going over my specs? Is it this system that got put in here? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. So we're going to be going over that. We're not going to go over anything, actually. You're just going to see me streaming on it. And that's it, man. That's pretty much, that's what you're getting. That's what you're getting with this. You're digging these headphones? Yeah, these are the Alienware, these are the Alienware wireless gaming headsets, and they're great. They're great, okay? They're amazing. I like them. I've used lots of different headsets. These are my favorite ones, so yeah. So quick thing about the Alienware Aurora in regards to streaming and gameplay, something that you all have probably seen before. I have used the Alienware, whoops, that's not what I want to see. Hold on. I have used the Aurora for more complicated shows, like some of my tech talks use the Alienware Aurora. I use different cameras and stuff like that for that. They go into different capture cards. Capture cards good for capturing visuals and stuff like that from another system. Oh, that's loud in my ear. But damn it, it's loud again. But I also use it for D&D, which is probably one of the most complicated shows I've done here. Really needed a switch for that, but didn't use one because I didn't want to spend the money on SDI cables, and that's expensive. SDI cables are really expensive, as well as the equipment that goes with it. So I was like, no, we're not going to use that. We're going to mess around with some drivers, the Elgato drivers, and some of these AverMedia drivers, and we're going to make this work on the Aurora. So I've done pretty complicated shows with the Aurora, so you could do cool things like that if you want to stream some of your D&D segments or other things that you guys might do, board game nights. You don't need to go and get an expensive like Black Magic board or anything like that. So the Aurora is pretty beefy. It's really great. I use an Area 51 at home. I was actually in Area 51 before the Area 51s came out. It was one that I was testing, and I broke it a bunch of times, and it was useless, so I fixed it on my own, and I got to keep it because I didn't tell anybody I took it. And that's one I used to edit stuff, so I guess no one really cares. Anna uses for the area that she's in, she uses the Threadripper, which I saw some of you guys talking about earlier. Anyway, we're gonna get to World of Warcraft, and you're gonna see I'm streaming this on the system. I guess I'll just show you the freaking camera so you don't be BSing you. Hi. So there we go. There's XSplit. There's World of Warcraft. There is my microphone, Alienware keyboard, mouse, my switchboard over there. And then down here, the Aurora. So there you go. I'm not gonna hide anything. I'm not gonna pull a Microsoft and actually be playing some of my game demos that I'm saying are on the Xbox on a PC instead. All right, so game scene. And you guys let me know if it's a little too loud, because for me, it freaking is. It freaking is. Take a look at the top left-hand corner. You'll see the frame rates, the frame rate that I'm playing the game at. What the hell is this? Warfront looms. We cannot myopically, is that myopically? Focus all of our efforts on Sandalar. Horde treachery simmers all across the globe. One particular hotspot lies in the Yarathi Highlands near the storied citadel of Stromgarde. The Horde has set up an encampment nearby and intends to capture our territory. Speak with Kalston Karn, the recruitment officer for the division in charge of this particular warfront. He could use a good monk like you. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Let's see. LOL at Intel's fail. What? Intel's fail? What happened with Intel? I had my luckiest days. Oh, what was your luckiest day, Ryan, on Saturday? What happened to you? Hi, Tina. Yes, Warfronts. Okay. Well, we got to do this first because I need this, and I got to go to an open house later for my daughter. And I need to make sure I get this out of the way because tonight's hot tonight because I play Heroes of the Storm, the right MOBA to play. That's right, the right MOBA to play. And that's what I play on Tuesdays. I play 3 quick matches, which isn't the right way to play. You should be playing Hero League, but one of us doesn't take competitiveness seriously as I do because I'm a competitive person and I like being not only the best but the greatest. So I just do quick match to be a bro. Your 17 won't change lights. Now they want you to pay $60 for diagnostics and wait like a month. I don't know who you're talking to. I don't know if it's US chat or another oh shit, or another country. But why don't you just download Command Center from the support.dell.com site for your system diagnostics, and first uninstall the Alienware Command Center that you have now. Go download the one that's the latest one for your system off of the support site. Yo, these ladies are angry. I think I have to be up this cliff. And go to the website. Go to the. Damn it! I'm getting flustered. Go to support.dell.com after you've uninstalled Alienware Command Center and grab the latest Alienware Command Center for your system. Once you've grabbed the latest Alienware Command Center for your system, go ahead and install it. Once you've installed it, reboot your computer and see if that helps with your lighting. That might help your situation. Nothing happened? Have you tried removing the registries for Alienware Command Center within your registry? If not, I'm sure there are some guides online on how to do it. I don't know how to do it off the top of my head. I wouldn't say that it was a lie necessarily, more as much as it was a repurpose of using server architecture and stuff like that. I mean, when competition's around, you know, that's just kind of the way people act. Azerite wounds, Azerite wounds. Look how I cheat this because I'm a tank too. Click. Goodbye, gentlemen. What? Interrupt? What the? You can't be interrupting me. Calm down. interrupted. What is this, Higgledy? That wasn't happening yesterday. And now you shadow meld, and then you mount up, and then you look for your next world quest, and you go to it. I'll go to those instead. And away we go. Well, I don't know that. I can't say that, Martin, because that's just an assumption. Like, if, like, I don't know. I can't give you a real opinion on it. How much do I think you could sell your Alienware 13 2014 system for? Well, I'm sure you could sell it for probably half of what you purchased it. I'm pretty confident in that. I used to do some of the eBay sales for Alienware, and I used to actually do some of the analysis of how many people... Why did I go down? Man, it's hard to look at chat and then remember what I want to do in the game. One of the things I used to do is look at some of like the eBay sales people used to do for their Alienware systems. And I saw a lot of people selling their things for like 75% of the price they paid for it when it was relatively new, and 50% off as well. There was a guy this past weekend trying to sell, I think like the 2015 or 2014 model of the 17 for like $2,300. You followed me all the way over here, weird thing. Be gone, creature. Okay. Let's see here. We want to go actually here to Atalgar. Atalgar. Growl. You bought it for 2K? Well, you can probably sell it for 1,000. You can probably sell it for 1,000. That's still... If you look at how much Alienware systems go for when they're new, they pretty much stay the same price. So if you sell it for 1,000, you then only have to pay 1,000 for the next one. That's actually 2,000 bucks, right? And then you just keep doing that every time we make a new system. You just keep doing that. And if you do it every year, you can probably sell the one from the previous generation even faster. You understand what I'm saying? And you can sell it for more. Like I said, some people do it for 25% off. So could you imagine getting a new Alienware for just $500 every year if you're just reselling your other one? $1,500? And I don't know the company's opinion on that, selling things off of eBay, like your system and stuff. Like, I've heard like mixed things, like, Kumar, you shouldn't tell people that, or, oh no, that's a good idea. That's a great value prop about how much people are willing to go for it, that they want to be in the brand. And I'm like, okay, bro. Sure. We'll go north first. That way, when we come back south, we finish that, and we can just take the flight. We won't take the flight, but we will go west on the road. So how many people are playing World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth? World of Warcraft.
Our spies have located a dangerous...
Is this a difficult boy? No. Oh, and there's someone fighting him already. Give me the aggro. I want the aggro. Haha. The aggro will be mine. Give me your egg rolls. Give me your sick. Give me your pork. Give me your egg rolls. Oh my god, I'm so strong. I'm the best player in North America. Guys, what's this? Combine 20 of these? I haven't ever gotten one of these before. Combining these seems like a very bad idea. Is that a new thing? So, Z-Flares, I've tried to get that done, get the case sold by itself, as well as have like windowed sides for it. And get like custom paint jobs and stuff. I've tried to get that stuff done, and we can't necessarily do it on Dell.com just because it's a global economy and it's got global inventory and all that shit. But No, they don't sell it alone. The last time that we sold a case alone, I think, was with the Predator desktop cases that we had a long time ago. The ones that kind of look Mega Man-ish. Those were really cool. I really like those. And that was the last time we did something like that. What do I gotta do? Dreadcoil Seeker slain and a scroll of Whew. One? I could take on 1,000 of you. Oh no, I got rooted. How am I gonna escape the damage? Chase me. Damn it. Trees, my only weakness. So no one's playing WoW anymore? Everyone's done with playing World of Warcraft? Because I was pretty done with Legion when I played. I think I played Legion, the last expansion, for a little bit. I think I played it for like about 3 months and then I quit. I was like, you know, this game really feels like it aged, but I guess I was wrong or something. I don't know. I think maybe Legion just sucked. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Legion. Again, I am streaming this on the Alienware Aurora. You can find my specs down below. You don't need those kinds of specs to game and stream at the same time. I've done this with i5s. I actually used to own an i5 custom built computer that I made a long time ago. I think it was about like 4 or 5 years ago. 6 years ago, actually. Wow. And I used that to stream League of Legends before people were like really streaming on Twitch and stuff like that. There was a channel that I tried streaming from. I think I was taking stuff from Justin TV at the time, but it was a channel that was called LeagueOfLegendsStreams.com. And that's where I used to watch people like Guardsman Bob all the time. Whatever happened to Guardsman Bob? He stopped playing League, right? If anybody remembers Guardsman Bob. He used to play a lot of competitive Guild Wars. Yeah, Ryan, what do you play? You told me get out of your city earlier. I assume that you're a dirty, filthy animal that plays Horde. Hey, buddy, got some news. I told you I got back to my rack by 2 months ago. Went to court today, and I got 180 days in jail. What? I don't know if that's a troll thing or something, but you've thrown this riddle at me that I don't know if I'm qualified to put together the answer for. But it's okay. Because when people throw riddles at me, you know what I do? I forget about them. Because I don't play that game. Hi, Nixter. Welcome to Alienware TV, and you're now part of the Alienware universe. I hate when companies talk like that. Let's see. I need more seekers. I need more seekers. Credit! Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, you're Horde.
Let's see if any of this proves useful.
Freaking savage. Oh, look at me. Sylvanas is evil. How could she do such? Oh, she never did anything like this before. So the Horde's not about this. You guys go to war at the drop of a hat.
Your bones will sharpen my trident.
Someone stole your Alienware PC from your home. That guy that stole it, you went to court and they got 180 days in jail. That's what you're saying. Now I'm putting it together because I remember this now. Man, That sucks that your system got stolen. You know that I don't know whatever happened to the guy that stole my car. You know, and when I lived in Miami, I moved to Austin. I moved to Austin about over 2 years ago now. And I drove my car over here, and I had my Magic the Gathering cards. I had my kids' clothes, my wife's clothes, and stuff like that. My car, and I was having my car transported by a reliable company that transports cars for like different dealerships and stuff like that. Well, I got to Austin after driving a U-Haul Penske truck across country, halfway across the country. Stop in the heart of Texas, Austin, Texas, home, America, you know. So I get here, and my car never came. My car never made it here, and that guy stole my car, my kids' clothes, all that shit. So I had to buy all that. When I got back here, and like my insurance company was not helping me at all with that. And I had to rent a car for a while, and eventually I just bought this freaking Toyota Camry, which I'm not too happy with. I'm paying the same price that I paid for my Honda Accord, and it's missing lots of features, and it's its own thing, right? I'm probably not gonna buy that car again, or lease it rather. But my car never came back, and that guy was still going through tolls and stuff. Like my mom was saying, like, "Oh, we're getting letters from you here at the house, and like you have told, like someone's driving your car still." The guy never left Miami with my car. He lied to me the whole time, and he had my car and was driving it. And I never know if he went to jail for it, but he did get caught because he kept telling the police that, oh no, this guy was drunk and refused the car. It's a long story, but yeah, the guy was saying that I was drunk and refused to take my car from him. I don't know if I was supposed to go this way. Oh no, we're PvP enabled. Someone's gonna hit me in the head. I didn't get anything for that, by the way. My insurance company did nothing. They did nothing. They ended up taking the car off though. Like they handled the responsibility of it. Like they bought it off for me, but I didn't get any reimbursement for any of the stuff.
An evil festers in this savage place.
Oh no, they're killing it.
That it is driven out.
Is there a strange egg in here? I must investigate it. No? I can just kill this guy? No regurgitating. But I feel you, bro. I'm glad that guy got jail time. It does? Because I kind of remember people having to melt their 360s to get the cooling, to get it to stop red ringing. Remember that? People had to put their Xboxes and wrap them in towels so that it would melt properly on the board or some shit like that that would prevent the red ring. No one remember that? I'm the only one that remembers that. I did that. The red ring shit really made me angry. And the PS3 was super hot. I had the original PS3 and I saw a picture on the internet of someone frying an egg on their PS3. I thought, no, that's crazy. That's crazy. So I put an egg on my PS3 and I fried that. And that's when I learned frying an egg on something with paint ruins the paint of it. So if you ever want to mess with someone's car, you throw raw eggs on their car and it'll eat away at the paint. Pretty messed up advice I'm giving you. Pretty messed up advice. Let's see. We're gonna go to Fort Joy. Oh, Fort Victory. Why did I say Fort Joy? Is there a Fort Joy? Nurse Joy. But it's not cool to have turf wars against console gamers and PC gamers. Console game, well, PC has tons of games, a lot more games than consoles, and has more accessibility. Not more sexability, but more accessibility. Has more controller options, peripheral options, all that stuff. There's a lot more things you can do with a PC than a console, but consoles have some pretty good games. Don't tell me you don't like Bloodborne, because Bloodborne's badass as hell. Bloodborne is badass as hell. The only reason I have a PS4, I might get that other game, Horizon Zero Dawn, at some point. When I have time to really play games that aren't World of Warcraft, I guess. Because you can't play like a console game for like 30 minutes to an hour, right? Like I can go into Heroes of the Storm, get a match in, and then be like, all right, I think I'm okay for today. I got other things to do. Be a grown-up, be responsible, be a contributing person to society, and just have stress and anxiety and throw up everywhere. But you can, there's some pretty cool games on console, man. There's no need to poop on that world. Okay, so I can kill a queen, or I can do these these two things. Gotta go kill that queen. I'm gonna kill that queen. Actually, would it be faster if I did the thing? No, we'll just go this way. We will just go down this way. So how many of you are in college right now? Starting university? This is your first semester, or you've just been in college for a while? Please tell me. I want to know about your education. So invested in your future. Man, I have been playing WoW forever. I'm going to tell you guys a story about World of Warcraft to show you what a nerd I am. So I used to be an administrator for a play-by-post RPG on Easy Board. For those of you that remember Easy Board, you realize that was a long time ago. And I was also a moderator on another gaming site, a sister site, that talked about gaming and stuff like that. And on that site, one of the moderators of it was a girl. And I spoke to her and stuff like that, and she thought I was cute. I thought she was cute. Of course I was cute. Of course I was a cute one. I'm a handsome devil. But we started a online relationship with each other, and then we started playing World of Warcraft together. She was a druid and I was a warrior. We're both night elves. How cute. Oh, 18-year-old Umar, you're such a dreamboat. And it was about maybe, I think, like 6 months in, I proposed to her. Untold yourself. It was like a promise ring kind of thing. And then we ended up getting married, having kids and stuff like that, moving in together and all that stuff. And that's my life. Why aren't I working? Well, I am working right now. If you're wondering why isn't someone using all of their hours to work, well, I wake up at 5:30 every day, and I start working by 5:45 or 6 a.m. and I work until pretty much 9 p.m. So if I take a moment to stream and show you the gaming capabilities of the Alienware Aurora while streaming World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth, so you can get your personality out there without having to buy 2 separate systems and Elgatos and black magic capture cards and stuff like that, I think that's kind of a win, no? And I'm providing you with a moment of seeing the stream. Because I don't do 9 to 5. I don't do 9 to 5. I'm almost always available. That's my life. That's my life. I can't do 9 to 5. I almost have always worked a lot because I'm a workaholic. I've always worked in the gaming industry. I've always enjoyed what I've been doing. The feedback that I get from people, even if it's bad, because that helps me learn to improve. And it's been pretty great. It's been pretty great.
Evil comes to this land as naturally as
in the gaming industry since I was 19 years old, and I'm 32 now. Are we all waiting for this totem lady?
Several of my soldiers have fallen trying to take the nearby area. End the threat there now.
I have not heard of any issues with your NZXT. I don't know. You might want to check the Alienware subreddit because there, someone pull them over there. You might want to check the Alienware subreddit because they tend to do lots of things in regards to the different systems and help each other out in that aspect. So maybe something there. I haven't heard anything like that for the Area 51, and I do get the reports for like what are trending topics and stuff like that every week, and I had never seen that come up on that. It's not getting enough power. You might have a bad PSU. Have you tried taking out the PSU and trying a different one? Just get an external one on a little bench and just hooking it up and seeing if it powers on.
Another threat snuffed out, and another victory for the Alliance.
Oh yeah, McAfee. I don't have an opinion on McAfee, but I don't really use it. I kind of just use the one that comes with Microsoft, the Defender, because, man, I don't like this. I want the versatility and the critical strike. Whatever, bro. No, this one's prismatic. So I don't use McAfee. I haven't really gotten a virus or anything on my computer in forever, though. Why didn't that get destroyed? I gotta stand still. That is strange. I've never heard of that issue before. Have you tried Googling just like NZXT AIO board? Like seeing if there's any issues with it specifically? Boop. You were sleeping. Why did you get up? You can't hide from the blood god. The blood god's not in this universe. Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne. Man, I miss Warhammer stuff. Like, all that's out there is Vermintide. And while I like Vermintide, I really like more RPG elements to my Warhammer. I know that it's more of a strategy kind of thing, and that's why there's like Total War Warhammer. Super successful, by the way. But I kind of miss Warhammer Online. I know it's kind of poopy, but I like that poopy. It was real cool. And I had this really badass that I got for free from them. This super badass poster of a green skin and a dwarf, like a dwarf slayer and like a black iron orc. It was so freaking awesome, man. And they gave me a shirt, like a long shirt. It's freaking awesome, but. Since your Alienware got stolen, you have to reorder another and get that in about a week. Well, at least you're getting in a week, man. Tap L, that's because people that are saying that are mostly people that are getting either systems from that they're making themselves, which is true. If you make your own thing, it's going to be cheaper. Not that much cheaper, but it will be cheaper. I've met lots of people that are afraid to open up their systems to do anything. I mean, building your own desktop's not really... Like when people are like, I built my own desktop, look mommy how proud I am. Come on, man, it's not 2006, it's not 2004, it's not 1996. Building a computer is like building Legos now. Like you shouldn't be that proud of yourself, but it's okay, you built it on your own. But it's cheaper. It's like it's like making your own sandwich. Why go to Subway, right? When you can make your own sandwich cheaper. You can make a ton of sandwiches cheaper, which is just the way it is. Everything you can get on your own, build it by yourself, it'll be cheaper. Now, in regards to why people say Alienware is expensive, is because there is a premium cost in Alienware. And if you see the video that I put up on Monday, which was me totally ruining a system, beating it up, Like a lot of it goes into the rigidity, a lot of it goes into like the specs and stuff like that. And people look at the specs online, and this is what I hate. This really bothers me that we do this on our website. We just put the specs. So if you go to like different competitor sites and you look at their specs, you're like, oh, they have a 1080, they have a 1070, just like Alienware. Oh, okay, whatever. But you get this plastic piece of shit. You get this thing that can't even keep its lid up. You get this thing that has a freaking latch lock on it. And you get the system that's just not the same quality as an Alienware. You get a system that says that they have a 1080, but they actually are using a 1080 MQ, but they're not mentioning it anywhere. There's no max Q design callouts anywhere, so you're getting an underpowered 1080, or you're getting a stock 1080 that has no room for overclocking. You have all these damn stickers everywhere that say that you're going to void your warranty, don't open up your system, everything has locks and clips and claps all over it, and you'll void your warranty if you switch out anything. Like, there's a lot that goes into all these different things that they don't have that we have. Like our warranty, we don't void your warranty for opening up your system. We don't void your warranty for switching out parts. We just don't cover the parts that you switch out. If you switch out your graphics card, you switch out your hard drive, we're not going to cover that because that's yours. That's you. That's between you and the warranty with the product that you purchased. Like we got like a different Samsung SSD or something like that, or a graphics card. But your warranty doesn't get voided from that. So people say that, and they're saying that just looking at it from like a distance, and they're just saying that stuff, right? Because they're just looking at specs, and a lot of companies think, and I've worked with lots of different companies in the past in regards to like working on group projects and stuff. And they kind of just like, yeah, we need these specs. It has to be these specs because of this. And they don't do any testing. There's nothing else that goes into it. There's no like gaming validation or benchmarks or anything like that. For them, they're just like, okay, gamers want a 1080, gamers want a 1070, gamers want a 1060. Okay, here we go. We got it. It's in here. That's it. Like, look at this headset. Okay, this headset uses, when you're not using an Alienware system with the latest command center, it uses this thing called the Alienware Headset Center. The Alienware Headset Center uses a software that a lot of people use, not just in gaming, but a lot of different companies use as their sound solution because it's got a great reputation. However, it also dropped people's frame rates in their games, and this is happening across all these different systems, across all of basically PC gaming and PC OEMs and stuff like that. And nobody did anything about it. Nobody did anything about it. We saw that there was this problem with this headset when you're using that software. And you know what we did within 3 weeks? We fixed an issue that's existed for about 3 years. All right, like we fixed it because we're like, no, people can't be losing their frame rates because of that. It's like we're the only ones that are using the software that actually have the fix for it, while everyone else that's using the software doesn't have a fix because they wipe their ass with you. They don't care about you. Real talk. And I don't know if they wipe their ass with you. I think that a lot of people that like get into like gaming, like they don't make the time to keep gaming and understand what you're going through as a gamer. Like they're like, oh man, I'm a marketing guy, or I'm part of the online team, and I don't have time to play games. And it's just like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry that you get a good night's sleep at 9 p.m. every night, but I stay up until 1 in the morning making sure that I understand what people are talking about online. I'm making sure to understand what people are talking about in gaming and stuff like that. Like you need to do this stuff. You need to do this when you're designing gaming computers. You need to do this when you're working on games itself in the gaming community. You have to go and you have to look this stuff. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how busy you are. The minute that you get into the gaming environment, you have to keep up with it, because gamers aren't guys that are like, oh yeah, I'll use my system on a plane and it'll be great. I'll use it on a plane. I'll watch some Netflix. And no, a gamer is someone that shits all over EA because of their loot box thing, and attacks No Man's Sky for their dumb decisions, and all these other companies for their dumb decisions because they're disconnected with the consumer and stuff like that. So I don't know when there's going to be a mobile RTX card yet. Like, these RTX cards were supposed to come out a while ago, I think. And they're just getting announced now. So there's normally a delay between mobile and desktop RTX. Not RTX, but NVIDIA cards. And, like, I don't know when we're going to have mobile ones yet. When they announce it, when they announce it, because even the desktop one was kind of like the announcement of its date was kind of a surprise to me. Clean the poison. Is your system overheating or is your system hot? Those are two separate things. Because if your system's having thermal shutdowns, that's not good. And like, I see a lot of people talk about like their heating problems with the 70, and I'm not saying they're liars or they're wrong or anything like that, but I have 12 systems. 12 of the new ones. And my system does not turn off, and I beat my system up. I use like benchmarks that you guys are not using. I use benchmarks that you guys are using, and I can't get my system to have a thermal shutdown. I don't know how you're using it. I just put it on a desk and I use it, and I use it normal. I don't repaste it. I do have repasted systems, but I haven't had that happen. If you're seeing a hot number pop up and you're looking at your, so this is something that's a misconception that a lot of people have. And they'll use like hardware info 32 and they'll look at their system and they'll go, holy smokes, I just got my system and it just reached 95 degrees and it's dead. It's dead. But it didn't hit 95 degrees. If you look at your chart and you look at your graph, that was the max temperature you hit. And if you look at your average temperature is in the 60s and 70s, and the low 80s of today. That just means that your system hit 90 something immediately for that 1 second. You can even do that on a desktop. You can have hardware info loaded up right now on a desktop, and you can run a software, any piece of software. This happens with any piece of software because I've been messing with it. It jumps up to the 90 degree because of some of the things that are being used on your motherboard. There's like this Intel power management tool that is giving you power spikes to your battery. It's giving you power. What the hell is that? It's giving you power spikes, so it's grabbing, it's pushing your processor for just 1 second, for 1 millisecond. And hardware info captures that. It captures that power spike to give your system the power for the on-demand that you need. Like you're powering up a game. All right, GPU, get to work. We're gonna make this solid right now, right here, right now. And that's why you'll see like a 95 degree like increase in your max temps. What you really need to look for is your average temperatures. And your keyboard's gonna get hot. There's hot spots for keyboards. If you look at like, so I've done competitive analysis for like different laptops, and I have literally evaporated water off of keyboards of some people. I have melted computers as well, straight up like the thing warped under heating conditions and stuff like that. I need to get off this thing.
Those who would seek to abuse it for their own ends, you've got to stop it. Them ears going dangle from the necklace.
Laptops are hot. Like, look at the i9, okay? And I said this last stream. The i9 should not be in a laptop. The i9 should not be in a laptop. Like, it is overkill. It shouldn't be in a laptop. I just don't think that it should be in there. Why it's in there, I don't know. Don't know. But it is. It's in there. You're like, it's hot. Yeah, it's hot anywhere. You have a freaking i9 processor on your system, in your laptop. How thin did you think laptops were going to get for the power demand that they needed for these processors? You can't keep making... The thing with these companies is they can't keep making stronger and stronger processors and GPUs when the world is asking for thinner and 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 thinner. Like, you can't make that happen. Look at phones. Look at phones. Look how thin phones are right now. And then look at the technology increase in phones. Have you seen phones really have any dramatic technological like advances in a while? You haven't. Because how can you fit more power into something so thin? There's only so much you can do. That's why they're focusing so much on a software solution. They're like, oh no, my software does this, my software does that on my phone. This is what iOS does, this is what Android OS does. And that's why for a while you saw different OSs coming out, like a lot of different Firefox OS and these different phone OSs coming out. Because they realized that, damn man, there's only so much power you can put into these things without making them bricks again. So you have people focusing on screens and you have people focusing on software design and all that. I've never really gauged how long I play video games. So you know, like I leave my computer on at home, and like on the weekend I played Saturday. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go crazy and sit here with my Ben and Jerry's. I don't need Ben and Jerry's ice cream, but I don't need ice cream in general. It's gonna make me poop. But I just game and I game for hours and hours, and it doesn't overheat or melt or anything like that. Haha, you tried to take this from me, but it is mine. Correct. I'm the better monk. I'm the better monk and your mom hates you. See you later, dork.
Step closer to curing Azeroth of her wounds.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Give me that boiling brew, you son of a gun. I'm not using this yet. Well, actually, nope, I'm not level 21 with my Azeroth level. Okay, I think that I have done... I missed something. I think that's because that's bugged. Let me go see. Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody wants thin, and the i9 is not designed for that. It's not designed for that. It's such a hot processor. Well, I have the i9 in the 17 that I was using and benchmarking the other day, and it was running fairly well. I felt like it ran much better with overclock levels 1 and 2. But when you get to like 3, I'm just kind of like, I don't know about this. The thing for me, and this is me being honest, this is me just straight up being honest, like, I wouldn't use a laptop to game. This isn't to shit on laptops at all. It's just, at what point am I going to be moving around, get a laptop, put it down, and game? Like, if I'm anywhere that requires a laptop, chances are I'm going to be really busy. There's so many times where I've gone to events, and I've gone to, like, vacations, and I take my laptop with me, and I don't game on it. I don't game on it. Maybe in the plane I'll game a little bit. Maybe. I think I've done that over the past like 20, like not 20 years. I would have been like 12 years old. In the past like 15 years, I would have like maybe gamed on the plane maybe 3 times. Maybe. For the most part, I read like a book or comics or like that are on the computer. I just don't understand like. I can't use a laptop for gaming. And I understand that for college kids are the group of people that I understand would probably game while playing. But like if you're at work, like I used to do IT downtown in Miami for a while, and there was people that were like, oh, I have a game. I'm a CEO and I need a gaming desktop as my thing. And I'd set them up with a gaming desktop and stuff like that. I'm like, shouldn't you not be playing like video games at work? Like you're running a bank. I don't know, man. Shouldn't you leave this for the house? Shouldn't your undivided attention be here? And I'm not saying that because he should be working, but I'm saying, what if this guy got into a group right now in a game? What if he's playing League of Legends? Emergency comes in for work, and like, oh no, the stocks, they're gone forever. And it's like, oh no, stocks, you can't be gone forever. And he drops on his group. There's nothing more sad than dropping out on your group in League of Legends or a MOBA game or a game that requires you to be a team player. And oh, because I'm a Mr. Businessman, now I gotta go do this stuff and screw you over, friends online that I'll never meet again. It's wrong. It shows like no common decency, which is sad. Truly sad. Oh boy, she's dead. Interns can't handle anything. Okay? Don't even. I hate when people interns suck. They all suck. I haven't had. Like, interns, if you're watching right now that I've had, you're garbage. You're bad. Like, I give you pet projects just to be like, here, man, here's something for you to do. Learn, grow from this. But like, you can't give them serious things. You can't look, like whenever you see movies and an intern messes up the coffee order, do you really want him to handle something that's worth like anywhere from $10,000 to like $1 million like issue? You don't want them to mess with that. Keep interns away. They're here to learn how to do projects and PowerPoints and stuff like that, not actually handle something. So straight up. Interns are here for job prospects. They're not here to be your slave. Okay? And they tend to suck when you put them under pressure. And it's okay for them to suck when you're under pressure. And that's what comes with the experience of being in a position for a long time. When fire erupts around you and you're about to die, like, you've been dealing with this at least 4 or 5 times a month. And this intern comes in, it's the first time he's like, oh my god, my mom didn't tell me this would happen. And then he starts panicking, and he starts crying, and you're like, dude, don't cry, please, don't do this right now, man. There's people around, we need to solve this issue now. Like, they can't handle that world, bro. They can't handle that world because they're not used to it. They gotta get used to it, so you gotta handhold them through it. Like, we'll walk through the fire, but together, man. We're gonna walk through this together. But you can't just, like, move them off to go do their own thing. They're going to cry everywhere and die, probably. You don't want an intern to die. That's the worst. That's the worst of the worst situations. Like, oh, no. I told him to go refill the printer of paper, and he died. Like, that is not a good situation. Now, I'm done with the stream now. Because the stream's gonna, I'm going to leave you with one little tidbit. This guy, Phil Gresman, he's a cobbler, which means he fixes shoes. So check out what he does, because I don't think a lot of people know this. Check it out. Look at this. Yeah, look at my big night elf foot. You scrawny little dork. Come over here. Touch my shoes. Oh yeah! He just shined my shoe. Didn't think that would happen, did you guys? Today you learned. Shiny shoes. It does nothing. Alright. Well, that's it for today. I will catch you all... I will catch you all Thursday. Have a good night. For those of you going home, have a safe drive. Lots of traffic. It might be raining where you are. That sucks. Drive carefully. And I will see you all on Thursday. Don't forget to like this video, stream, whatever you may be viewing this as. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And on top of that, you can follow me on Twitter at AW_Umar. And you can go to the Alienware Discord. There's links all over this channel for it.